What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jerry. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So today we're just gonna be going over spiritual meaning of food, kind of how it affects you on a chemical level, energy level, and if you're religious, we're gonna kind of quickly skim over that too, and we're gonna tie it all together. All right. Hopefully, I don't lose you guys in this. It's gonna be a little deep, but I think you guys can handle it. All right. So I just want to start off by saying I'm not one of those weird vegetarian, pescatarian, vegan people that like care if anyone's eating meat. Like, bro, live your life. A year ago on my Snapchat, I have it posted. I was eating steak and chicken for dinner. And like, I used to be the type of guy where like, man, I'd throw steak in with my noodles, egg in with my noodles. I don't know. I'd eat meat like so many times in the day. It doesn't even make sense, you know? But I've grown, I've learned all of 2022. I'm still meatless. I think it was like a couple of weeks also near the end of 2021 that I wasn't eating meat, but I'm just counting it from the beginning of the year. So yeah, it's been a little while. I'm kind of like pescatarian. I eat fish every here and there. I know a lot of people. Some people are really extreme with it, like, you can only be one or the other. You're not even true. Blah blah blah. Bro, it's not that deep. You know, everyone has their own path, and making a difference is still a difference, right? So, it doesn't matter how little, how big, how significant. You know, making sacrifices is sacrifices. My sacrifices may not be the same as yours, and I can respect that. I'm not a professional. I'm not a nutritionist. You know, you can take my information with a grain of salt. I'm just telling you what works with me, right? Um, so when we're talking about animals, right? Animals have conscious in the sense that they know what's going on, right? So if I have a dog, he knows his name. He knows when he's allowed to pee. He can't just pee all around the crib. He knows where to poop in the backyard. If you have like a farm, he knows to like make sure the sheep are in only a certain area and they don't go too far. Keep them all like in a group. I seen a video on Instagram. There was a lady with cows, goats, pigs, sheep. She was like calling names of these animals in groups, and the one animal would like look up at her. There was like a cow, like, oh, James. He'd eat some grass, he'd look up. There was a goat in like a crowd of different goats. She's like, Jesse, Jesse. And then goat turned around looking like the chick from Kung Fu Panda. Had like a big beard, big like floppy ears. It was really cute. But yeah, man, like animals are intelligent. People know they have a certain amount of smartness or whatever, but in my eyes, they have consciousness just like how we have consciousness. Their brain functions like ours, you know. I believe they're definitely put here on earth to help us, but that doesn't mean, even if we're talking chakra, cut open an animal, what color is it? Right? It's low, it's dense. And this is gonna I'm gonna get into that, right? It's gonna all flow together, trust me. So if we're looking at all the different chakras, very bottom, root chakra, it's red. It's red. Um, so anyways, their brains work like ours. So like I was saying, if you were to take a calf and a cow and separate them, the cow would be like stressing, it'd be like crying, it'd be trying to get back to its baby. Just like if you were to take a mom away from her kid, right? I seen this thing. I can't remember where I read it from or whatever. I'll throw something up in the video. When cows are being transported, right? Let's say they're going from like Alberta to California. Let's just say. And let's say it takes 24 hours of driving. I'm sure it'd take maybe a little bit longer than that, but 24 hours of driving, they can lose like 50 pounds or like 70 pounds because they're so stressed in like one day. Like all the hormones that are flowing through their body, all the sadness, depression, trauma, you know what I'm saying? That's all going into your meat that you're about to eat. And Not to mention all the medications and stuff that's dumped into them. You know what I'm saying? They got to take all these, like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the word, on YouTube, vaccines and blah, 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 blah. They have to take all these medications. And I already have my own take on medications. I don't think that we should be taking them. I don't take any. Uh, and I'm supposed to have a very serious condition. Um, I'm perfectly fine. I'm supposed to have a compromised immune system. Since COVID, I have not been sick, maybe like 2 times. But both times are being around people who got it. Got it. So take that however you want. I mean, we're not even here supposed to be talking about that. Anyways, the animals, when they die, all of that is stuck in their blood, right? AKA still in the meat, right? All that medication, all that stress, all that energy, right? All that consciousness. So with consciousness, right? When you're eating fruits and veggies, if you have an apple tree, the apples just fall. If you have peppers, like the tree is still perfectly fine. Even peppers, right? Things that you grow like veggies, not fruit. A pepper, right? Let's say you cut a pepper in 4 pieces, you rip it open. Uh, the heart of it is still fine. The seeds and stuff, you could just replant that and it will start sprouting again. There's no death. There's no hurt feelings. I do agree that plants have um feelings as well, in the sense that, like, they react to their environment just like people. If you have plants and you play like certain frequencies around them or certain sounds, like scary sounds, they won't be able to grow. But if you are like a high energy person and you play like certain frequency music, the water molecules vibrate differently and the life is more abundant. Okay? So these veggies, these plants and stuff, there's no death, there's no hurt, there's no low energy, right? The energy's still high. High in the sense that there's no death, that consciousness isn't affected. You see where I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? So with the meat, and I used to eat a lot, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm better, or there's no such thing. You're you, I'm me. You know what I'm saying? We're equal. There's no spectrum. We are the spectrum, As above, so below. We're a reflection of God, right? Everything is here for us. So with animals, I'm not saying to never not eat them, because I eat fish and stuff, and I could say the same thing about fish. But I only eat it when I feel like I need it. I should have probably said that from earlier. Like, I can go like a month or two, not eat any, but then I'm like, shit, I'm feeling some. And I just do it because I respect my body. If I feel like I need something, I'm just going to eat it. Obviously not meat, but like I have substitutes and stuff. I take supplements. Um, I be doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? The first month I stopped eating meat, I lost like 10 pounds. Um, I just feel a lot better. And I always talk about taking care of your brain. Low energy stuff, like all that consciousness that's stuck in that meat, that keeps your energy low. Energy low means uh, it's harder to unlock certain parts of your brain. Same with like a lot of sugar, certain processed foods. It has cognitive function, fluoride in your water, stuff like that. It has, and I even think the medications you take, that's why I don't take any medication. It affects your cognitive function. And so it's kind of hard to comprehend what I'm saying because you haven't felt it. But if you stop eating meat, you're like, okay, let's say you go, and I'm not saying just stop, right? I'm not one of those people. Go one day in the week, you don't eat meat. People fast for one day and they're perfect. Like, you won't die. Nothing negative will happen to your body except the mental will. Like, how strong is your will? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only thing it is. Like, that's the hardest part. Like, when I fasted yesterday. That's the hardest part. It's just your brain. Like, if you eat steak today, it's still breaking down till like the next morning. And then it has to go through your large and small intestines before it gets pooped out. You know what I'm saying? Like there's food in there. You have fat on your body. Even if you're skinny like me, I'm like 130. Like I'm a small guy. And I still got fat on my body. You have natural fats that are on your body. So like one day, nothing will happen. Especially if you're above averaging your weight. Like you could go a week and like you would be fine. Like it's just mental. It's just mental. Like your body's so used to this schedule, this clockwork of eating that your brain is just like, okay, you need to eat. But like realistically, you're good. But yeah, I'm saying all that just to say like you'll feel it. If you just stop one time in the week, you don't eat meat, right? Like just one dinner you don't have it. You still have your eggs in the morning, no bacon, maybe have some pancakes, you have your lunch, uh maybe just do like a stir fry, no meat, and then dinner time rolls around, just have a vegan pizza. That's a whole day of eating. You still had your breakfast, your eggs. You still had you know what I'm saying? You still had all the nutrients you need in your day. And you'd start to feel like once you get into a little rhythm, then you can start to pick it up. Okay, maybe I'll do 2 days, maybe I'll do 3 days, And you'll start to notice stuff subconsciously changing because your body's not getting that like dense energy like all the time. So yeah, man. It really helps with your energy levels, um, cognitive function, weight loss, uh, even speaking biblical with Adam, atom, stuff like that, like atom being the first man. I think I already said this in this video. I don't know. I've recorded a couple of these now, and it's just some of the energy has just been off. But um, even with Adam, right? I lost what I was even saying. Oh, uh, no, I lost it. I lost it. Train of thought gone. See, I brought up the other video. See, I brought that energy back. That's how strong energy is, man. Fuck, that sucks. Anyways, I already got my point across. Hopefully, I got it out good. That consciousness, that energy flows throughout your food, and it's just not good for you. The longer you go without it, the more you'll notice the changes. There's so many people that talk about it. It's just one of those things that you can't know what I'm talking about until you do it. But I hope I inspired someone to make the change. Even if not, you know, everyone has their day. So I thought I'd never. I used to listen to people that spoke like how I just spoke, and I'd be like, bro, like, what is wrong with you? But like now look at me. I'm in the driver's seat now. Like, anyways, man, it's been your boy. Peace, appreciation, and value to you all. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace.